Hey.
And Hathaway, I did interview him, and he was retired, and he was a sweet, really nice guy. And I've never heard anyone else describe him like that. He was hell on set. Everybody I've ever talked to said he yelled, he screamed, he was belligerent,
Right.
very tough to work with. But at the same time, when I interviewed him, he said, well, yeah, I demanded the best from people. And he always got good crews, and he demanded the best. And if you weren't good, he would scream at you. So, yeah, he was not well liked in the industry just because of the way he bowled his way through a film and dragged everyone with him.
You know, that could be the endearing personality of Bruce Pittman that gets the best out of Henry Hathaway in an interview where nobody else has that story
he
to
was
tell.
retired then, and looking back fondly on all those episodes. I think Dennis Hopper had some good stories with him, because Dennis Hopper in the 50s was in the Marlon Brando, James Dean vein of method acting and so forth.
Yeah.
And a method actor on a Henry Hathaway set, that's oil and water. And I think Dennis Hopper told a few stories, although Hathaway hired him a few times. You recognize him as an actor, but he couldn't stand all these things with Hopper going, well, what's my motivation? It's like, you're getting paid. Now hit your mark and say your line.
That was the principle, right? Yeah, Hopper tells a lot of stories about Hathaway, and they're all hilarious because Hopper has a way of sort of relitigating his film history. But with Hathaway, I remember he told the difference between they go to dinner and they talk some things out for the next day, and when they show up to shoot it, it's nothing like they discussed, and Hopper's put off by that, and Hathaway was explaining that was dinner talk, kid. We don't. that was dinner talk to shut you up. Now we're gonna do it this way. And Lee Marvin said that too about Ford, that they would sometimes run through things on Liberty Valance, and not feel it, the rhythmic. Not feel it all out rhythmically. And then the next day they would come back and they would have slept on it, and both of them would come back and do it differently. So it's not entirely unusual that, people change their approach.
And I think a lot of these guys, because they were moving so quickly and had so many films to do, they would direct intuitively because they were masters at blocking a scene.
Mm-hmm.
They might come in and say, well, we got 6 people talking here. What time is it? We got 2 hours left in the day. We can't get into overtime. Tell you what, you come in here now. If you stand over there and do a turn, and they would just block it out to eliminate a number of setups. And they were just masters at blocking that. Ford was fantastic at probably the best at blocking a scene.
Oh, for sure.
Do a whole scene, and he'd say, well, on that, just walk forward. That's your close-up. Just walk close to the camera and turn around, walk. And he would and it all seemed so natural. And a lot of times it was simply we've only got 2 hours left. We got to get through these 4 pages.
Yeah. What do you think of The Desert Fox looking back on it? I'm somewhat disappointed in it because I felt one, they shot it in Lancaster, California. It looks like they shot Objective Burma, part of it in the Pasadena Arboretum. And I get it. That's how Hollywood works. But I felt like they kind of got away from what made those characters notorious, which was, the North African theater of operations. I mean, it is designed to be a biopic, and it is. But I felt
it's not a great film. It's with all these films that these guys made, they're all viewable. Now, whether you walk away and say, that's a really great film, but it's not when you'd walk away from it, boy, that was a rotten film. They rarely did that. I mean, they're all yeah, it was okay. That's a good film.
Mm-hmm.
But usually no more than that. And occasionally with each of these guys, they did a film that, like everyone, was a big hit and big success and is considered a great film, like High Sierra with Raoul Walsh.
Hello, this is Richard Ashton. You won't know me from such TV shows as Outlander, Vikings and Doctor Who, but I would like you to know about the search for a cure for NMOSD, and with it, a cure for cancer. Go to the Goothy Jackson Foundation and donate today. Thank you.